Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. The one, the only master propaganda hero site, defender of the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Crossroads. In the north, it is Acehiro, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Here with the 1st Armored Division, tasked with breaking through the German lines held here by lock-in. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, here with the 352nd Infantry Division, with Jaeger Infantry, Spearhead und Storm, with Double Infantry Panthers vs. Acehiro's Rifle Company, with the EC-8, Rifleman Defensive Structures, Advanced Infantry Equipment, Half-Tracks, and White Phosphorus Barrages with infantry and machine gun bulletins there. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters, champion and heroes, one and all, supporting the Propagandacast, allowing me to keep making all these wonderful videos on a daily basis. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can watch this done via PayPal, links in the description. And of course, earn my and Basil's undying gratitude. And of course, you can also just comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. That also helps in other ways. So, off to the races here. Grenadier MD-42, lock-in heading eastwards here. Acehiro heading westwards for freedom and democracy. Immediately laying down some sandbags there. Thumbs up. We'll have to see if he also makes use of the mining ability, since American players typically tend to find are not so great at the whole laying down mines business. Lock-in with the 2nd Grenadier Squad there, Bart Wire off here. Commander-wise, lock-in could for some consider Jaeger Infantry, since I've personally found the Jaeger Line Infantry upgrade is a good way for the Grenadiers to have a better chance versus the Rifle Squads individually, plus grenades are nice. Ambush training the 8 Command Squad are also quite handy additions there. Though, of course, Spearhead being very popular, but of course, is also a solution. Certainly more tactics could be useful. Panzertation and all the other stuff is quite good. Storm is an interesting middle ground. Could also have its abilities there. I mean, it does have some key elements like ambush training and Jaeger Command Squads. And the other stuff does probably some more big boom. But it sort of feels like not quite a satisfactory middle ground to me here. We shall see, though. Machine gun tortoise hand alongside the Grenadiers here. Pioneer still based in the east here for the German army here. Samex up there as well. Thumbs up to Acehiro. God damn, I didn't join the army to lay down sandbags. Well, would you rather be shot at? You got a point. There's the more rifle coming in, the machine gun popping up there. And there go Grenadier spotting rifle on a flank mount opponent to the building, at least anchor it up. They give the machine time to pop into that one, or the other building at least, slowing down here. Acehiro's advance, goes in hard. 3rd Grenadier Squad there for login. Getting the rifle squad, but again, 2 squads as 1 Grenadier Squad in the building. That settling into the broadside seems a bit curious in some ways. Honestly, I think for Acehiro, that's as it actually gives the Grenadiers a better chance to fire back. Though I think at that side, they actually still could all fire at them. But it does block them right from, say, the machine gun. Rifle squad caught here, by the way. Grenadier Squad coming in there, popping the other one. I feel like that was a risky maneuver there. Like, probably misclick there, and there we go. Ultimately, does fall back here. Close call a bit for lock-in, but in the end, you see Acehiro's full 3 squads retreating in the face of lock-in and the German army here. Rifle squad right packing off there. Pioneer's got the side munitions. Bit of skirmishing there. Tech not happening yet for lock-in. Could possibly planning a 4th Grenadier Squad. Acehiro, though, is on the tech train here. He is going for the Lieutenant. Lieutenant Diane. No. Wrong Lieutenant. Oh. Grab the southern carve point. Or western carve point. Ralph's got in eastwards there. Pioneer's moving forwards. Lieutenant right about the corner here for Acehiro. Got the carve point, disrupting American fuel supplies. Of course, Acehiro could return the favour here to login. No sign of commander yet. Again, this would definitely be a good time to maybe choose Jaeger Infantry or Storm for the ambush training. It's a very handy upgrade, but does tend to get overlooked by a lot of Wehrmacht players. Got the takedown there for login. Fast Panzer Grenadier Squad is always something I feel like people could do a lot of good with there. Again, some people just like going for the 4th Grenadiers, but honestly, like mixing in Panzer Grenadiers with the Grenadiers is like pretty handy. The more likely you're going to see the Pioneers retreat as to nope, they're getting down telemines. Not a bad idea either, but does require multiple telemines. Nice. I mean, that's definitely like a good alternative to, like, you know, ambush training, just multiple telemines. 50 cal there for Acehiro. That's set for the man, but we do get Jaeger Infantry. Could also go for the ambush training. Likely those planning the 8 Command Squad, which is certainly a good alternative to the Panzer Grenadier Squad, though. That's settling the machine gun out there on the building here for too long. I think it's definitely been a mistake. They would lock in. Could be wiped here by Acehiro. At this point, you should probably just consider like keeping it there so it gets destroyed rather than risk it falling into the hands of the Americans. Bit cruel, technically, but militarily much more sensible. Yeah, he does try to treat it, but honestly, this was actually the better outcome for him because Acehiro getting MD42 would have been much more damaging to log in. Yeah, command squad out there. Going for another MD42, at least he can replace it. But again, the obviously better alternative was he didn't have to replace it in the first place. We'd just say going for like faster tech there, or yeah, faster light vehicle, or maybe a Panzer Grenadier squad, or anything else like that. For example, just taking 5-inch squads right now would have been much better here for login. So, obviously not a great alternative. But it is better than, you know, the MD42 falling into the hands of Acehiro. Any minesweepers? So far none, so that means he's not seen login lay down all of these telemines. Great for login. I'd like to make a nice company as well. These are the echelons. I'm listening from the lieutenant. 5th guy busy here. I've got forwards for Acehiro, freedom and democracy. I'd like to make a nice company. Bunker up as well there for login. Catching the squad there with the G43s. Whoops, sorry about that. Quick kill there. 5th coming 40 face it up. East side here we got reactions pulling up a decent fuel point. Not a great engagement from the M40. I think Login is quick to realise this. Obviously here a mortar would be a great addition for Login to help deal with the 50 cal, plus allow him to lay down smoke to support attacks as they set up. Can go for the armoured car soon. Eastern field being grabbed here by Acehiro. Tenny caught out in the open. Worth noting, Acehiro though, despite I would say the current map advantage, is not laying down mines with his riflemen. And I feel like there's definitely a few opportunities where he could do so. So I'd say that's a slight oversight. We're also not seeing any flamethrowers in the echelons, which, you know, typically many players like, though, of course, in this case, it's actually sensible because it does mean he can more easily respond to the telemines. Stuart lighting on their face hit up. Login. They're going for the 2-2, like the Punches B-Wagon. Machine gun, yeah, come out on the building with the 50 cal. But so far, most of the map is very much American. Drifting forcing here. No ambulance yet for Acehiro. Still light tank halfway done. Fun fact about the telemine, the Germans were quite creative with them because it turns out they were not just, you know, good anti-tank mines, also good effects like explosive charges. So what occasionally they do is actually they just use some light satchel charges, throw them in like front of a Soviet attack for some Eastern front and then blow it up there. So it was a fairly handy mine. They also had tactics involving applying them to wooden planks and then dragging them out in front of a tank right as it drove past. So it was definitely a bit of a flexible mine compared to like what you'd imagine an tank mine could actually do. Machine gun 40, pretty aggressive. I definitely would not recommend him machine gun. There were other Jaeger command squad, and I would also strongly advise him to like equip him some of his men with their ambush camouflage. Particularly the heavy machine gun team, it really benefits a lot from it. Like, there's a significant difference in how much experience an MD42 gains with and without it. Like, an MD42 with ambush camouflage is much faster, like reaching the high levels of efficiency. Pack 40 here obviously makes sense. Like, gets lucky there, you know. Not just betting your telemines is a pretty good idea. But again, getting out early telemines when you're ahead is a really smart idea. Like, if you can take opponent's light tank or other light vehicle with a fast telemine, you're usually in a really good position as the Wehrmacht. So 2 telemines from Login is actually like really smart and sensible. Pack 40 on the way there. Digging by the western fuel point. Good maneuver here. Crucial to note, Login is not just getting focused on a certain part of the map, which is a particularly dangerous thing that can happen on Crossroads. It kind of creates that mentality where you get, like, you know, boxed in, which I know I talk about a lot, but I really have to stress that having observed many players on the map, there are a lot that have been getting boxed in on it mentally. North here, the 5th Cup pursuing the Pioneers. Pack 40 is ready. He may want to take up here soonish, and of course upgrade some more men, and I would still recommend some ambush camouflage against Acehiro here. Pushed off the east. Flanking here the 50 cal there. Rifle grenade would be... Oh, he has already popped it. He could pop a smoke grenade. Oh, we can't actually. It's on the same cooldown. Silly me. Oh, that's it. The Pioneers tried to flank the 50 cal. Was visible with the 8 command squad, maybe. Now's an opportunity. He's trying to get pack forward with the Stuart. A lot of engagement here. Chance here that Acehiro loses a bit of sight. What's going on there? Nope. Troops enforcing. Might want to get a bit up close to the medic bunker then. No tech still here for login. As for Acehiro, no tech either. We do get the weapon racks, which is clearly what he's putting up missions for, though again, mines would be a really good addition for Acehiro. I'm still a bit surprised at that. Armor car with the damaged engine needs to fix that, losing both fuel points to the Americans again. Definitely something Lock-in needs to put a stop to pretty schnell. Mortar phase here to bring in some artillery here to deal with that machine gun. I've had it with these goddamn machine guns, these goddamn wooden buildings. I'm gonna bring down that entire place from above. Couldn't we like just get a flamethrower? No. Mama told me not to run with fire. What? I think your mother was a bit touched in the head. What did you say? Nothing. No tech still here for login though. Lining up for pushing the west. 5th kill has been repositioned, so definitely a bit more possibility of success there. All grenadier squads now equipped with the MD42, increasing their firepower significantly again. I would have liked to see some G33s. Valve's got to push back here. Oh dear, might just hit a telemine here. Or a Pack 40 round to the rear. Valve's got to advance down to fire from the armored car. Modifying the MD32, regaining meeting this like all the fighting swing westwards here. Still not take up for login, definitely something I think he needs to get doing fast here. Definitely looking at an opportunity to like, you know, gain ahead of Acehiro just in sheer tech momentum here versus Acehiro, so definitely not something he should be doing. Mortar though is a good addition, thumbs up again. Meta game is definitely starting to like, you know, include a lot more mortars as again people are starting to at least for now realise mortars are good though. That's it. There appear to people like realise, hang on, mortars are good, and then it's like, you know, from one day to the next, like they suffer mortar amnesia and they forget about mortars. Ha! What's this suspicious tube? I think that could be dangerous. I should stay away from it. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but like, I've definitely seen times like people all using mortars, then like the very next day everyone just stops using mortars. It's like, what? Machine gun need reinforcement healing. Still no tech for login. That is definitely losing out some significant opportunity, particularly because Acehiro is rushing ahead, and of course he's going to be bringing in those EC8s with Brad Pitt in them. No, Brad Pitt and all of his cousins. Right, getting the 5th cal almost got it here. A lot of fighting here and there. Grenadiers to the right, going east. We got bars up there. Of course, if we had ambush camouflage on the guns, they got the first shot there. So they could probably have gotten more of an advantage of his rival squads. Because of this, worth noting, Acehiro is very wisely double barring them, which is not something all American players do, strangely enough. But yeah, 2 bars in your rival squad really gives them a hell of a punch. Finding some tech there for login. Definitely much late. In fact, if you sort of look at it right now, he's already got the fuel for a Panther 4, for example. Like, you'd have like a Stugon Osmanat already, or a Panther 4 at this point. Getting one of these, so definitely a bit sloppy there by login. May not matter, but it could also prove to be crucial. And Grenadier squad got wiped there. Ugh. Definitely looks like login might be getting a bit overtaxed here versus Acehiro. Like mistakes are time to creep in there, whereas Acehiro's keeping up a nice solid tempo versus login in return. Though he's going to take some time to get to those Brad Pitt tanks, but again, he can get there. And login definitely made it a bit easier. Graham needs some fuel from the rifle squad. There you go. Panzer Unterstützungskorps. Zooming forward here for Acehiro. Another 50 cal as well there. No replacement infantry from login, though of course in this case he is prioritising getting at those tanks faster, which he could have done sooner. But at least he's doing it the right time. The right reason this time around, flooding that man apart. Modifying the 50 cal, very good. Other telemine dealt with. Bit unfortunate there for login, but you know, I'd still say argue he did it, you know, still a good thing there. In this case it didn't work out, but you know, had it worked out again he would have been very far ahead of Acehiro. Very far ahead, so. Now, of course, this is the risk of mines, but, you know, it wasn't they'd be very much busted in some way. We'll scout the maid yet, very good. Not a huge blow to Acehiro, but does nonetheless remove like a unit could just use for grabbing stuff and be equipped with bazookas. And of course, fallen artillery. So while not a loss in direct combat strength that's going to be like noteworthy, it's just like a lot of utility that is lost. Let's see, we're getting close to that EC8. Panda 4, there's only for login. We got 384 to 433. Graham needs some fuel upon there. Panda 4 is halfway done. Login is definitely feeling the heat here from Acehiro and the 1st Armoured Division. Panda 4 is halfway done. Acehiro is getting ever closer to that EC8. I mean, it's also worth noting Acehiro's actually got like no anti-tank weapons at the moment. Nothing like a pair of bazookas and a donkey named Carl. Like, he's got nothing. So, I mean, again, had Login been able to push out a tank fast, like, Acehiro would have been really in a bad place. Like, an Austrian rush could have been possibly devastating and game over. Probably not game over, but really left Acehiro reeling. So, definitely feel like, you know, this slow tech has definitely been one of Login's steadily growing mistakes. It's like delaying that school essay and you just deciding you want to finish like the night before. It's like starting to become increasingly a very bad idea. You should just like done it from the start. That's kind of the same thing with the Panzer push for Login. Having the pin on MD42. Acehiro, by the way, still hasn't laid down a single mine. Again, he's back to having like lots of munitions. There's like no argument for not doing it, I feel. See, now he has to upgrade his men. Except Lieutenant, interestingly enough, no BARs or bazooka on that guy. Hey, it's me, Lieutenant Johnson. Can I get some guns? No. Why not? Because I don't like lieutenants. What? I said I don't like... I heard you, just... I don't get why. That's above your pay grade, soldier. Anyways, ECM way to phase 0. And another machining there for login. I think you should be going more infantry, honestly, at this point. Do get the liaisons with the bazookas. Quick response to the Panda 4. EC8 is right around the corner, and then of course we're getting the Brat Pit upgrade. As some like to call it the Tank Commander upgrade. But you know, we all know it's the Brat Pit upgrade. We all know it's the Brat Pit upgrade. Not except Brat Pitt maybe, but you know, he doesn't play company here, so who cares? About going in for the Grenadiers. And the Panda 4. Damaged engine there, bit of a problem here, and now the EC8 has arrived and the Brat Pit upgrade is live. Mortar at it, 1 kill veteran G1. Pushing wedges with the Pioneers. You can soon go for another Panda 4. As long as it doesn't lose that Panda 4 before the EC8. Nope. We got the EC8 going straight for the Pioneer squad here. We got another Pioneer squad vlogging. Very sensible choice there to repair all of his tanks. Already got 2 Pioneer kills there with the EC8. Headphone and good in the Stewart. We turn around here by the armored car. We got some white phosphorus unleashed here upon Login's positions. Right in the mix of everything to disrupt his position. I think it's a very good idea there. Oh, there was a telemine left. There was a telemine he missed. Or at least laid down there. And he hits the engine, but Login can't exploit it. Because he doesn't have a tank or a Duke to pursue it with. Still, no, again, good he laid down a telemine. Or more telemines, but you know. Unfortunately for Login and fortunately for Acehiro, Login currently doesn't have any way to exploit this.
Enemy forces have 300 points. Someone get us out of here.
Fix up the Stewart there. Man, the script didn't call for mines. Script? Yeah, you know, Fury 2. Electric Boogaloo. I think the commander's a bit touched in the head. Yeah. Totally fine here, but completely whiffs and killing anything. Great for Acehiro, less great for Login. You treat the Grenadiers. Scott for Acehiro to bombard the Germans with some self-repellatory, not a bad idea. Login though desperately needs more armor, and Stuke to back it all up would be very solid. Though the fact he went for a second pack 40 here has me slightly thinking he might be trying to play for tier 4 here. Got 277 to 426. Pack 40 Corporal Raj got Lieutenant. Bazooka's on the Panther 4, they're hitting the rear. Pack 40 white. Armoured cavalry rushing against a lack of infantry because it's not just 3 squad, but his opponent with 4 squads. Well, significantly heavily upgraded here. Grab the Pack 42, that's a big problem for Login. Need to get that Pack 40 back under German control. Schnell at least didn't destroy it. Easy for running coming fire here. Almost got the rears with the bazookas, but falls a bit short here for Login. Western Fuming grabbed here. And certainly one thing to commend Login on has been pretty good, like, disrupting his opponent's fuel flow as well. Like Acehiro has been. And he's doing that right, but again, the tech and armor wise is definitely leaving a bit to be desired there. Needs to grab decent fuel point though. E8 falling back there. The E8 came from the E8 in the name, which is basically just the designation got after it got some improved suspension, which made it for a much smoother ride. So, little fun fact there. Yup, tier 4 here for Login. Never a huge fan of that in these circumstances. Loses tempo, momentum. Means, Acehiro can apply more pressure now, whereas again, he's waiting to apply pressure. And I don't really feel like the tier 4 units currently apply enough pressure to make up for the loss they incur in terms of tempo and momentum. Still going here for the MG42 in the east. Heckfall end good in the Stewart. Punching right through the side armor. Machine gun white. Great kill there for Acehiro. That's his second M40 that got wiped. Need to get the Panther 1 to deal with that. T4 almost done. Bazooka teams, Lieutenant Ralph Squad moving in. We do get the Jaeger command squad arriving in for in the center. Still not ambush camouflage, really, though, which you definitely find to be a bit of disappointment here by Login. Again, it's a very, I think, good, but it's kind of overlooked up, in particular after the nerf. I think after nerf, it's still very handy in a lot of ways. And not just because, it gives your units like a small accuracy boost, but also makes sure that your opponents just walk straight out at you and fight at max range, for example. It can allow you to draw them into more effective range for you, so there's a lot of advantages to it. Need to get the mortar out of there though. Scott definitely applying a bit of extra pressure there alongside his mortar, and the mortar I think is going to get wiped out here. Another great kill for Acehiro, another problem for Login. And again, this is where the whole trying to go for tier 4 currently definitely feels a bit like a questionable choice by Login. Fixing up the Panther 4. Scott on the move. Fixing up the armored car. Machine gun, come out towards the center. Rough grenade off. Caught by them before to route it. Good hit from the Pack 40 on the Scott. Panther almost fixed up, almost got the armored car sorted out as well. Trying to get the mortar back, but Login is just really suffering the pressure of Login, and just these kind of repeated mistakes there strategically that's really just also meant when he could have been ahead on tanks, instead he's kind of behind because his opponent has the EC8, which is definitely better than the Panther 4. And like, you know, he can at this point get out another EC8 before locking, like, even has a, say, Panther out, which he might be planning. Again, it could be a Storm Panzer, which honestly I think would leave locking possibly even worse off. Destroying the mortar there, but a good move here by Acehiro, of course. He's already got plenty of artillery, it's not like he needs another mortar. Almost got this dude. Could he finally finish it off here? Could he finally get rid of this dude light tank? Nope. Gets away again. Close call though, but doesn't succeed. Heavy Panzer Corps there has the field pretty much for anything. The issue right now for Locking is manpower. And the way the engagement is going so far, that is not fairing him at all.
Good to go here. Crew ready. Okay, got your feet, ladies.
And he does go for the Sturm Punch. Like, a part of me can see the logic. Obviously, it's great versus the decent versus the Infantry Corps. I wouldn't call it great, but it's decent. It's okay. But again, the question is just, is it okay for like that investment he has to make for it in terms of time and resources now when he's already behind? Like, again, wouldn't he just be better off going for like multiple Panzer IV or Austrians, just having that out by now instead of like a Sturmpanzer a bit later? That's like always the sort of big question you have to ask yourself, and that's really also just why the Wehrmacht Tier 4 I always find to be questionable, because for the amount of resource you have to invest into it, a lot of the time they don't quite feel like they're worth it. It's kind of why I like what they're doing with the Wehrmacht in Companies 3, like, you know, flatten it out a bit, you know, and broaden it out a bit more. I think that is ultimately going to lead to, like, you know, better balancing as well, and just more impactful late game. Plus, you know, Starstorm, which Heavy Panzer Corps lacks. It lacks any kind of lead infantry unit. Got the mortar there. Not entirely sure what Acehiro did with that. It must have been a misclick, or perhaps some sort of subtle taunt. Here, have my mortar tube. Hey, what about us, sir? No one likes you anyway, Carls. Wait, we're all named Carl? Yeah. Sturmpanzer on the Ralph squad there. Shoots, misses. Going with the Panther 4, driving ahead for Deutschland. Infantry following up there, pack following up these EC8 that misses. Almost got the 5th kill there. Kind of a brutal attack in the Loggin. Rushing up with the Sturmpanzer. Panther 4 taking a hit there. Into the bazookas. Got the pack forward at least. Gunny's following up here. Pack forward moving in. Jaeger command squad. Gunny's moving in there. We can clear out the bazooka team. I think he has a shot there. Could get the pack 40 here. Yup, wiped out again. Lieutenant there, bit of trouble. Need to fix up his armor schnell. And get that machine further up here to support, I think. He's definitely getting some pain in a lot. Acehiro clearly was not expecting an attack of that caliber. And again, it does show what the Sturmpanzer occasionally can do, but will it be enough, though? We're like, you know, beating just having like multiple Panther 4s or a bunch of Austrians. That's it. Massive infantry blob inbound here. I think he's spotted with the armored car. Could turn around to be able to do some heavy damage here to his infantry. Doesn't, though. I think there's a misclick here. Yeah, he's going to suffer damage. Engine. The Sturmpanzer really limits his mobility here. Shoots. Doesn't get a kill there. Yeah, Command's doing most of the work here. We got the EC8 engaging from the north. Interesting enough, Acehiro's not bringing more tanks. Like, he's not going for more EC8s and, you know, Brad Pitt's cousins. I don't know what's up with that, though. Maybe a contractual obligation? Oh, there we go, another EC8. Could grab the mortar. I mean, there would be a half idea here for Login, to be honest. And I'm guessing he wants a Panther now. Yup, Panzerkampfwagen 5. Honestly, H2 should be tons better. Machine gun being pushed back. Stuart racing ahead there.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Got that second EC ready. He's close to being able to call in another one, actually. The problem is he's got too much pop units to do that. Never heard of it like it's a reserve option, I guess, but there you go. Go then, taking easy out of there. And Brad Pitt's cousin, Richard Pitt. Decent shot there from the Sturmpanzer, lands a few more kills there. Got decent on the flank, Panther open up, bounces off V6 frontal armor. Panther's almost done, the super team we head to. Armored car close being knocked out. Infantry's nowhere to be seen. Like, he just lacks infantry really to significantly pressure, I think, Acehiro. Panther's right around the corner, you get forced out the base. Armored car kaput here. Sturmpanzer gains, veterans 1. Panther has arrived, artillery called in around the EC8 and the Scot. That must be a misclick there. As they're not really going to be affected by a bit there, clearly, but not enough for it to really matter. Sturmpanzer almost knocked out. Pack forcing up here. Target weak point would be a really good idea here. That's not going to happen, I think. Panther rushing forwards. Going for the EC8. They're exposing the Panthers rear to the bazookas and the EC8. There is not great. Pack cleared out there. Need to pull back the Panther. Schnell. Get it out of there, Ludwig. Out of there. Not in their face. Ready to turn the Panther 4. Pushes back Acehiro back the cost. Oh, got the wipe there at least, but I'd say the cost has been fairly aggressive. Theoretically, like, they got roughly the same size force, but the thing is, Acehiro can now bring in another EC8. Crucially, he can also repel this stuff faster because he just needs to pop out the crew and then they'll do all the work, whereas Login needs to get the Pioneer to do that. So, logistically, it's a much better situation here for Acehiro than Login, because again, Login needs to put in a lot more effort to repair, all of his armor compared to Acehiro, and again, he can't bring in more tanks easily, because, he went for the very big expensive options, and the EC8 comparatively is not that expensive. Catch the 50 of the Grenadiers, pushing it back, grab these from the MB-42. Sherman ready. Adding the tank commander there. The third of the Brad Pitt cousins, Walter Pitt, from New Hampshire.
Tank upgrade complete. Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
Yeah, command's going forwards. Caught by the 50 cal, which is almost the ace level. Sturmpanzer rolling ahead here. The Stupp, as it was known. Good shot on the rifle squad. Almost wiping out the rifle squad. He's moving forward. Machine gun there in a deep amount of trouble there. Panther fast pack 40 combo here on the EC8. Definitely a lot of damage. 52 there. Brad Pitt backpedaling his tank as fast as possible. Armor's being still being repaired. We got another machine out the west side. Has been forgotten about Larkin. He's just focused around here. Smoke being deployed there by Brad Pitt's tank. Thumbs up there to Acehiro. Panther 4 being rolled into the fight here. Panther being committed. We got White Foss being deployed here against Larkin's main force here. These Sturmpanzer going for the 5th cal there on the machine gun actually. MG-42. Panther trying 4 outs. Managed to dart most of the white phosphorus, but his force is definitely caught in a sea of nasty chemical fires. Grenadiers, Jaeger command's going to push back. They're taking 5 from the Scot, the Stuart, and the 5th cal EC8. Sturmpanzer, Panther moving forward to EC8. They're still with the damaged engine. Good hit. They're using the gunnery or whatever you go, focused gunnery there, which increases the range and penetration, which is actually quite handy. I think that's the first time I've seen anyone do that, but yeah. Panther's almost knocked out here. Almost got the machine guns here, but both get away and EC8 gets a great hit on the Sturmpanzer there. Almost got the Panther 4 fixed, but can't easily exploit the situation because there's still more EC8s waiting there. And Login just put all of his basket into the Panther basket, eggs onto the Panther basket. And the problem is, it's not a very good basket. Like, it's big, but it can't hold a lot of eggs. So you're mostly spilling on the ground. Sturmpanzer rolling in it close to 22.
We're losing a capture
Close victory on the Sturmpanzer, but also close distraction. The center gun is being fought with the command squad backing it all up. Using it from the Sturmpanzer there. Victory 2 gained. Route goes to the Panther. The Panther's not fighting back. It's like a machine in the Pioneers. Now easy target to Acehiro's infantry. Slaughtering the Pioneers. Got 51 versus 39 on. Sturmpanzer Panther doing some damage here. Pushing back the unfortunate Route squad there. Jaeger command's going in trouble here. Need to retreat back before it gets wiped. He's managed to stop the bleed for now in terms of victory points, but in other ways, Lachlan is definitely bleeding. Caught with the double flip up, the gun is being utterly eviscerated. That's a straight up execution. Texas style. Using the advancing Grenadiers Pack 40 here. Risky push here by Lachlan without any armor support there. Moving in the Panther forward, but looks a bit. Oh, actually he's sending in the Panther. Pack cleared out there. Shoots, misses the Steward. Oh dear, looks like Lachlan's actually kind of managed to come back here. Except it looks like about to lose the Panther. Got the Pack 40 operational. Panther got the Steward. Shot bounces off the Pack 40's armor. The sheer charisma of Brett Pitt bouncing off the shell there. Charging in with the Panther now. And the Panther for going for that EC8. He wants Brett Pitt dead. It's an order from the Fuhrer himself. Air support Gordon and misses. It actually hits the Panther 4. Gets the EC8. Brett Pitt is out for now. Just needs a quick lunch and then he'll be right back. EC8 being fixed up there. Got 51s with 378. Sturmpanzer rolling ahead here. Quite the gamut from Lugin, but it kind of seems to be working out there, amazingly enough. Part again is just Acehiro didn't mind. Like, imagine if he just mined there. Just any breakthrough attempt by Lugin would have been much, much harder. I ever feel like that was one of the stranger moves here by Acehiro, just no mines. Also, like, he could grab more on the west side here against Lugin as well. That said, it's not all over yet for Acehiro. But it's looking a bit rough here. It's looking a bit rough. It's going to require some swift, tactical, flexible thinking here. Panther being fixed up.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Pack 40 caught with the EC8. Going for the Scott, got it. Panther 4 halfway done. Easily get gun into the advancing rifle squads. Doesn't grab the machine gun. Damage engine there. Good hit there on the Sturmpanzer by the EC8 there. Tank gunnery again. Focused gunnery. Got the Panther striking. Got a fresh Panther out there. Got the Sturmpanzer. 51 to 354. Could advance the victory point there. Main gunner and the Panther. Login. So close to victory. May just be shut out by Acehiro and his good friend Walter Pitt. So there you go. GG gamer. Lock-in was actually pretty close, but the end just kind of fell apart there. Like, just the Panther ends up being such a questionable, like, investment. But he had some good maneuvers here and there, but just at times got too boxed in. He struggled to, like, gain initiative then. I feel part of it was also just, like, lax tacking there. He could have definitely armor out sooner. And again, I still feel like the TFL was a bit questionable. And of course, Acehiro could also do things better by actually mining. So I'd say an interesting match here, great match, and definitely a bit close there by the end. So I hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Lynching. Cheers, thank you for watching, until tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.